Hello, dear friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show. And as far as this Cricket Happening Show is concerned, what I'm going to really do here, there's not, a lot of cricket matches. But as you know, it's a Cricket Happening Show. It's a daily cricket show. So I have to speak something about cricket. Yes, I do have something to say on cricket today, and that would be the Australian squad which has been selected for the tri-series which is going to happen in Zimbabwe. And this is the one-day tri-series which is going to be played in Zimbabwe. It should be starting in the month of August. In fact, they're going to have, and the tri-series involves Australia, Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe are the hosts of the tri-series. So it involves Australia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, and it starts this is starting on 25th of August, where all the teams will be meeting each other twice, and then whichever team wins, whichever team has the maximum number of points, will march into the finals, as is customary. Now, the reason that I'm talking about this tri-series today is going to happen in Zimbabwe is because of the fact that Australia have named the team for this particular tri-series against Zimbabwe. And as you know, nowadays one-day internationals would definitely assume more significance, as you know, because with the World Cup 2015 not far. Let me tell you, we are in the month of August right now. So precisely, if you see, almost the countdown would have begun, because we are going to be in Australia in 2015, in the start of the year, that too in February, I suppose. So looking at that, what all one-day international matches are going to be played are going to be viewed with lots of importance. So that's Australia actually naming the team. And for Australia, the team, Michael Clarke is the captain, but they would be missing David Warner. David Warner has been rested because I think he is going to become a father, so that's the reason he has been rested. And the opening combination will be in the hands of a very, very powerful hitter of the ball, Aaron Finch, and also Shane Watson. So Shane Watson and Aaron Finch would be the ones who would be wielding the willow as openers for Australia. Michael Clarke comes back, so he's going to be captaining the side, and he has been a very, very successful captain to date. George Bailey, Stephen Smith, Glenn Maxwell. Glenn Maxwell, what damage he can do to the opposition's bowling. And then Van Haren, the wicket keeper. Looking at the bowling, Mitchell Marsh, who has done very well on this, even though India A won against Australia A, one thought that Mitchell Marsh did a good job in that matches against India A, so he gets the nod there. And then we have James Faulkner, the all-rounder, Mitchell Johnson, Ben Cutting. Now Ben Cutting is also has done a very, very good job in the matches against India A, and so Ben Cutting, based on his all-round skills, gets an opportunity. Mitchell Starc, and then Kane Richardson, who also bowled splendidly in the matches against India A, has also been included. And Nathan Lyon, the right arm off spinner, has also been included. Now Nathan Lyon, if you look at Nathan Lyon's record, the right arm off spinner, he has not. He has only played a lot of test matches for Australia. As far as one-day internationals are concerned, they have been. He has to date he has only played 2 one-day internationals. But the current the selection committee from Australia feels that, and especially the new chairman of selectors, Rodney Marsh, feels that Nathan Lyon would be in a position to contribute in a big way, and so they feel that so that definitely tells everyone one thing, that Nathan Lyon would be in the eyes of the Australian selectors when the World Cup 2015 squad would be announced by Australia for their home World Cup in 2015. So Nathan Lyon has been given an opportunity. I mean, he has so far, one has felt that Nathan Lyon has not been good for one day, so he has just played 2 test matches. But in comes Nathan Lyon, thanks to the chairman of selectors, the new chairman of selectors, Rodney Marsh, who has actually, he feels that Lyon could contribute, and he also wants to have a good look at Nathan Lyon as to what he does. But a big surprise for me was that there was no place for a very good batsman, Phil Hughes, who not only scored well against the India A, but he went on to break the record by scoring a double century in a List A match, which it was never done before, and he went on to breach that mark. So it definitely gave me a feeling that Phil Hughes will be a part of the mix, and especially considering that there is no David Warner, because as I said, he's going to be rested. One would have probably thought that in a series against Zimbabwe and South Africa, probably they could have gone for Phil Hughes. But one thing that one could talk about as far as this particular selection is concerned, well, I definitely feel sorry for Phil Hughes, no doubt about it, after playing such a brilliant innings. But the problem, as Rodney Marsh, the new chairman of selectors, readily said, that they would have got Phil Hughes. The only reason that they couldn't is because of the healthy competition which is going on, and that's the precise reason Phil Hughes is going to miss out. And after scoring such a brilliant double century, I thought that Phil Hughes could have definitely merited that place. But anyways, he's out of this tri-series, and I think he will be playing for the Australia A team. Now the other selections, if you have a look at it, there's no Clint McKay. Clint McKay has been doing pretty well, and Clint McKay does not find a place for himself in the squad. He has been Australia's leading wicket taker, and he doesn't find a place in the squad. That's also a bit surprising. And also Xavier Doherty, the left-arm spinner, also couldn't find a place in the team. So looking at this, well, it should be a very good series. Zimbabwe, we all know that they could be the underdogs, even though they are hosting the tournament. Definitely they are the underdogs, when Australia and South Africa are the other opposition. There's no doubt about it. But Zimbabwe probably would take that as a very good exercise, looking forward to the World Cup 2015 in Australia and New Zealand. And as I said, all the one-day internationals assume great significance, considering the fact that the World Cup 2015 is around the corner. Well, so that is as far as the Australian squad is concerned. So just I wanted to have a look at the Australian squad that was selected for this tie-series between Zimbabwe, Australia and South Africa, starting at the Zimbabwean capital, Harare, on 25th of August. Well, so from here, let's get on to some cricket news. Now, the cricket news that is coming up is the news coming in from Sri Lanka, that the Sri Lankan assistant coach and the spin coach have resigned. Now, and also it seems that Ruwan Kalpage, once upon a time, was a very, very good fielder, a former player. He was the fielding coach for Sri Lanka, I reckon, but now he's going to join Bangladesh. So Bangladesh will definitely be benefited, according to me, with Ruwan Kalpage. I do remember Ruwan Kalpage in those days. He was patrolling the cover region, and when I've seen the late Tony Greig doing his cricket commentary, and I knew, I have really heard some very good words said about Ruan Kalpage, because Ruan Kalpage was a brilliant fielder in the covers. He was into the team as an all-rounder, but mainly his fielding was something which used to save lots of runs for Sri Lanka. So Ruan Kalpage, I think if he has been the fielding coach for Sri Lanka, and now he's going to be actually being the fielding coach for Bangladesh, I think the Bangladesh team is going to definitely benefit from it. There's no doubt about it. Not only that, and Ruan Kalpage, not only, I mean, he's not only going to help the Bangladeshi cricket team, because spin is something which is very important. And the another thing that probably Ruan Kalpage has got a chance to become the fielding coach of Bangladesh, according to me, would have been the fact that a former Sri Lankan player, Chandika Hathirasinghe, is the coach of the Bangladeshi team. So probably that is the reason he could get in. So that is some news which I would like to share. Well, other than that, probably one more news that I would like to say is that Mark Vermeulen, who has not been into the Zimbabwean team for quite a long time due to some escapades that happened with the Zimbabwe cricket board. I mean, whatever the problems that he faced, has now started playing well, and it seems that Mark Vermeulen has been given hope that he would be slowly getting to be a part of the Zimbabwe cricket team. Well, dear fans and subscribers, really there is nothing else to really talk about. If at all I want, I can give you one cricket update. Not update actually, this was a match which was played yesterday, where it was the Antigua Hawksbills taking on the St. Lucia Zouks in the Caribbean Premier League 2014, and now St. Lucia Zouks actually got their first points by actually defeating Antigua Hawksbills by 5 runs. Antigua Hawksbills made 103 for 6 of their 16 overs due to rain, and the highest scorer was Danza Hayat with 26 of 36 balls, 1-4 and 1-6. Other than that, Thomas made 10, 21 to Samuel, 16 of 7 balls to Hussey with 2 sixes, and Craig Braithwaite was not out on 20 with 2 sixes of 9 balls. Sohail Tanvir did a wonderful job, not only with the ball first, where he took 4 wickets, 4 overs, no made, and 15 runs and 3 wickets, and 1 wicket for 14 for Matthew, and 1 wicket for Chillingford. As far as St. Lucia Zouks were concerned, St. Lucia Zouks, thanks to the brilliance of, not the brilliance I would say, basically Henry Davids was the one who was the highest scorer, cracking 43. In fact, the St. Lucia Zouks were in some deep trouble at one stage, because they were 21 for 3 at one stage after having lost Andrew Fletcher to Tongi for 2. Johnson Charles was sent back to the pavilion by Brathwaite for 11, and Lespodis was into the pavilion for 1, and the pace bowlers had actually given them not only the breakthrough but also put them on a sound footing. But St. Lucia Zouks came back after that, with Ambrose contributing 17 of 15 balls to 3 fours, but Henry Davids was the one who provided the impetus to the innings with a knock of 43, 35 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6. And then Sohail Tanvir has been having a very good Caribbean Premier League. The other day, as you remember, he slammed six sixes in a particular knock, and today he actually finished off the match in great style by slamming 2 consecutive sixes to finish off the match with an unbeaten 20 to his name of just 12 deliveries, and it was all over. In the 14th over, in 13.3 overs, St. Lucia Zouks had gone to the target, and that was it, St. Lucia Zouks winning the match. And that was also St. Lucia Zouks' first points in the Caribbean Premier League 2014. Sohail Tanvir was named man of the match, and that left Antigua Hawksbills as the only team in the Caribbean Premier League not to have won a single game and not to have picked up a point. Looking at the bowling figures as far as the Antigua Hawksbills were concerned, Cottrell had 1 for 25, Tongi 2 overs to 12, Brathwaite 1 for 24. Other than that, there was no wickets for there was no wickets for Lawlin, Hogg and Samuels. And I think, well, dear fans and subscribers, that definitely concludes this cricket happening show of mine today. Once again, thank you for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will once again be with you tomorrow with the new Cricket Happenings show, in the sense anything new that is happening on the Cricket Happening show, that will be shared with you tomorrow, dear fans, friends and subscribers. Until then, it's goodbye from your host Ram Studios. Thank you.